What's up, guys? So we look halfway decent today, wouldn't you say? I did my hair up in a little, I wear this bow. This bow I know is like a kid's bow, but it's so sentimental to me. This bow means a lot. And then I got my hair up in the highest freaking ponytail that I could possibly get it in. I guess that's one good thing about having thin ass dialysis hairs. Look. It and I got it slicked back too with the detangler stuff. But isn't that cute? I don't give a fuck if anybody likes it or not. I like it. And I don't have tons of fluid on, so my tits don't look as big in this bra, but it's pretty and red. And isn't this the most beautiful coat? Thank you, City of Coeur d'Alene, for giving me this coat. So zip it up there. Let me show you. I haven't even zipped this up all day. I just got home. But yes, everything is a mess, and it's just I haven't done a live stream in a while, and while I look halfway decent, I figured I might, but you know. I figured, well, I freaking actually did something today, and I had to go to dialysis and talk to them about getting me to North Carolina and stuff because there's only so much I can do, and they're not doing much. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to my PO about how the hell I can get my license back without a car or VIN number to insure it. That is called something, but I couldn't get it last year, and I don't have a vehicle to insure now. So can you please stay like I want you to? So or else I'm probably gonna end up needing emergent dialysis, which they're not gonna set that up in North Carolina. They're just going to say, okay, bitch, we've got you to where you won't die, and I get out. Not to mention it costs me more non-compliance. So it's like signing my life away to ever getting a freaking transplant. I gave my clinic over a 2-month notice, and I've done everything I can do within my power to coordinate this. And yeah, so great fun. Fucking fuck me, dude. And then, so the one thing I went to get at Beauty was Ulta Beauty I didn't end up getting. But I spent a lovely $91 in there on 4 things that, well, I did need them. And I haven't ate a bite all day. It's fuck. Oh, cans in the floor. I haven't ate a bite all day. I got a biscuit this morning from, McDonald's. I didn't eat it. It's still in my bag. And I really, really love chicken Crispitos. And I saw 2 of those at the Chevron. So I bought them. And then I got, let's just, oh my God, I had the most supernatural thing happen to me yesterday on the bus. It was amazing. God is good. Jesus Christ is good. We need to give him thanks and bless. God, we can't do nothing without Christ. We can't breathe. We can't nothing good. There's nothing that we can't do or that we can do aside from without Christ in our life and God and the Holy Spirit, 3 in 1, the Trinity. But I never use primer and stuff. I desperately need my freaking eyebrows waxed and shit. But I did get a primer from Ulta a couple months ago, and it was this stuff. NYX Professional Makeup Plump Right Back with AVEC Electrolytes Mix Plumping Serum Primer. It says, skin instantly feels and looks plump. use alone or with foundation. I still use the same makeup routine that I did in high school. So all this shit to me is like, it's crazy. Anybody that's been to Ulta knows it's a very expensive store. And I'm really proud of myself because I'm paying off my loans and I'm getting new credit cards and I'm paying them off. And I just like, I'm not even like in August, I couldn't borrow more than $13 from one of my lenders. And I had been paying $69 on, I think, either a $700 or $600 loan, which I had been paying since before I left 7th Street. And I'm still paying, and I haven't missed a payment on it. And that went from like $13, and I really needed that whenever I went and saw it, but because I had nothing, I had no money whatsoever, and I was struggling to even eat, and I still was like, no, I'm not taking out $13 and putting it in my account and having my minimum payment go up and whatnot. And so now that's up to like $141 if I want to borrow it in less than 2 months, because that's deducted automatically. And then I have another loan I paid $203 on this month. My phone bill's $60. I paid $100 on my credit card, the new one. And I just opened up another one today that I had to pay $95 to open, which and then they took the $75 annual fee out. It's got a 36% interest rate. But my other one doesn't. My Revy card doesn't, but my Premier card does. And I spent the $91 on that. So anyway, I paid $100 on the Revy card, so I got that down. I paid $203 on my cash store loan. I paid $69 for the Speedy Cash. Oh, and my court thing. I paid $50 toward that because it was ready to go into default. I got an email, and then I got a freaking bill from Kootenai, and I gotta arrange something for that because fucking Medicare didn't pay for all of it and Medicaid didn't, so it's like a $173 bill. And I finally went to get my mail today over at the help center. Yeah, a homeless woman is doing that. Yeah. So, but my FICO score is not horrible, and I'm trying my best not to make it worse, and but I suffer a lot because I'd rather have good credit, or try to eventually, than, and I suffer a lot. I don't eat a lot. I simple things like clothing and stuff. I only have like 3 pairs of pants, but anyway, I don't buy makeup hardly anymore. When I do, it lasts forever. But I just, my skin is just aging and stuff a lot more. And I haven't had my hair done. Look at this. I have been growing this since I started dialysis. So it's, it's not all rainbows and cherries over in my area. But so anyway, back to what I was using. Don't buy this. This is the most sticky shit. And it is, oh God, I hate this. But I've never used any primers and stuff, so I'm like, ugh, that's gross, but oh my gosh, this lady at the store, and I see her on headlights and shit, and you watching me and stuff, and I appreciate you looking out for me. But I don't know. It's just, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Being an adult is hard. But anyway, so I got this stuff, and she was like, I don't know. It was just the most softest freaking, oh my God. It was the most softest, most amazing primer that I'd ever felt in my life. And then I got a facial moisturizer because I've been using hotel body moisturizers on my face. So, and that's just not going to fly, especially out here in 20-degree weather, and your girl has to walk everywhere and take 2 buses, which is an hour commute just to get literally anywhere. So, I mean, these clothes, this was given to me. And, yeah, it's just, you know, it's hard. It's hard out here for a playa. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyway, the hotel room is a mess, okay? In fact, I don't want you to see that part. You can see the bed, but I don't want you to see my drink collection because I was pretty, I'm doing really good with my anxiety meds and stuff. You know, I'm not taking them all and all that. You know, I only get like 7 pills a week. But, you know, it's hard. And then I had the most amazing thing happen to me at Supernatural at freaking... I woke up yesterday morning and let's see. I turned to a random page. Damn, we got 17 people in here. I'm sorry, guys. Hello, DoorDash asshat. And Napalm, what's up? No, it's not Lube. Looking good. Thank you, Born Mush. Oh my God, Daddy Carlos, what's up, baby? Where's my boy Anderson at? Where the fuck? I looked him up 2 days ago. I'm like, where the fuck is Haven? Let's see. Born Mush, I got a car you could drive and a house you could live in if you want to move up north. I am up north, Born Mush. I am up north. Where are you at? Because that's the ultimate goal, is for me to get a car. Like, if I had a car, I'd be fine. Let's see. Facial? What do you mean? No, I don't get facials. I've never had a facial in my life. But anyway, listen to this. I bookmarked this. So I turned and I prayed yesterday morning before dialysis, and I turned to a random page, as I often do, in the Bible, and I just started reading it. And this is what I read, and this is very, very interesting. I'll just read to you where my eyes started, where I was drawn to, and where they stopped. And I prayed that the Lord would give me a message this way before I did it. So I started up here. It says, with godless myths, this is 1 Timothy chapters 4 and 5. With godless myths and old wives' tales, rather train yourself to be godly, for physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come. This is a trustworthy saying that deserves full acceptance, and for this we labor and strive, that we have put our hope in the living God, who is the Savior of all men, and especially of those who believe. Now, this is where the Lord really started speaking to me as far as in my spirit. I really felt, when I say that, I felt like these passages, and I didn't know what it meant, but, you know, I got a glimpse of it last night. But yesterday morning before dialysis, this is when I read this, and it really resonated with my spirit, you know. So that's what I mean when I felt like the Lord laid this on my heart to read. So it says, command and teach these things. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in life, in love, in faith, and in purity. Until I come, devote yourself to the public reading of Scripture, to preaching and to teaching. Do not neglect your gift, which was given you through a prophetic message. When the body of elders laid their hands on you, be diligent in these matters. Give yourself wholly to them, so that everyone may see your progress. Watch your life and doctrine closely. What I just read to you, verses 11 through 15 of 1 Timothy chapter 4, That really spoke to me yesterday morning. I didn't know what it meant at the time. Persevere in them, because if you do, you will save both yourself and your hearers. And then I noticed up here, I was going to stop there, but it says advice about widows. Well, I'm a widow, elders, and slaves. Do not rebuke an older man harshly, but exhort him as if he sorry, I don't have glasses, and I usually have to put things really close to my face. But as if he were your father, treat younger men as brothers, older women as mothers, and younger women as sisters with absolute purity. That really spoke to me as well. Give proper recognition to those widows who are really in need. But if a widow has children or grandchildren, these should learn first of all to put their religion into practice by caring for their own family and so repaying their parents and grandparents, for this is pleasing to God. The widow who is really in need and left all alone, which is me, puts her hope in God and continues night and day to pray and ask God for help, which I do. But the widow who lives for pleasure is dead. And I felt like the Lord was warning me as well of that and speaking to me in regards to that as well. Personally, it resonated with my spirit. I related to it. But the widow who lives for pleasure is dead even while she lives. Give the people these instructions too, so that no one may be open to blame. If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for his immediate family, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. No widow may be put on the list of widows unless she is over 60, has been faithful to her husband, and is well known for her good deeds, such as bringing up children, showing hospitality, washing the feet of the saints, helping those in trouble, and devoting herself to all kinds of good deeds. As for younger widows, do not put them on such a list, for when their sensual desires overcome their dedication to Christ, they want to marry. Thus they bring judgment on themselves, because they have broken their first pledge. Besides, they get into the habit of being idle and going about from house to house, and not only do they become idlers, but also gossips and busybodies, saying things they ought not to. So I counsel younger widows to marry, to have children, to manage their homes, and to give the enemy no opportunity for slander. And before I came to this passage, these two chapters, I was really trying to resist the devil and he will flee from you, like really, really getting tempted. And I was really I was really holding up hard for the Lord. Like I'm praying, I'm not giving in to any type of sinful desire. And so this is just beautiful. And, my friend Candy, thank you, Candy. Pray for my friend Candy too, because she totaled her car, and she's the one that got me in this hotel. I mean, she gave me this Bible, and she's a very good woman. And if women, okay, and do not, where would we leave off? I counsel younger widows to marry, to have children, to manage their home. And see, I've prayed for a while now for the Lord to put a good man in my life and whatnot. And, if it's going to lead, if I'm going to love him more than you, Jesus, I don't want nobody. So some have, in fact, already turned away to follow Satan. He's talking about the young widows. If any woman who is a believer has widows in her family, she should help them and not let the church be burdened with them, so that the church can help those widows who are really in need. The elders who direct the affairs of the church well are worthy of double honor, especially those who work in preaching and teaching. For the scripture says, do not muzzle the ox while it is treading on the grain, and the worker deserves his wages. Do not entertain an accusation against an elder unless it is brought by 2 or 3 witnesses. Those whose sin are to be rebuked publicly, so the others may take warning. I charge you in the sight of God and Christ Jesus and the elect angels to keep these instructions without partiality, and to do nothing out of favoritism. Do not be hasty in the laying on of hands, and do not share in the sins of others. Keep yourself pure. Stop drinking only water and use a little wine because of your stomach and your frequent illnesses. The sins of some men are obvious, reaching the place of judgment ahead of them. The sins of others trail behind them. In the same way, good deeds are obvious, and even those that are not cannot be hidden. That's beautiful. And that is so, wow. That really spoke to me yesterday morning. So then on the way home on the bus, there was a man talking to himself, and there was quite a few people on the bus. I had a face mask on covering my entire face up to my eyes. I had this black coat on, and I had the hood up. I had the hood up as well. You could not, it was pitch black outside. You could not really see nothing. And I don't have a habit of looking at people in the eyes or nothing. I just get on, I ride that bus all the time. And there was a man. I thought he was a homeless man. It turns out he wasn't. And I wasn't thinking anything about God or anything like that. I had a pretty, treatment wasn't great. It wasn't rough, but I was freezing out there, and I was just trying to get warm, and I was looking out the window as I often do, and there was a lot of people on the bus for that time of night. And I noticed this man was talking to himself, and I felt really bad. He said that he was intoxicated, and he wasn't looking at anybody, and I didn't look at him, and but I could see his reflection. I could see his reflection like in the window next to me, right? And I started praying for him, and I felt just a random thought come in my head that said, well, you should tell him that you're praying for him. And I said, no, how do I know that's the Lord and not just my conscience and whatnot? But I noticed that when I was like rebuking any addiction or anything, because he pulled out a pack of cigarettes, stuff like that. He said he was intoxicated. I saw that he was obviously troubled in his mind. He was talking to himself, but he still had his wits about him to an extent, if you know what I'm talking about. And I pray that any type of iniquity or a demonic affliction just be gone from him in Christ Jesus' name. And as I was saying that, he shook his head no, like almost like whatever type of entity was in him or around him was fighting that. And he didn't look at me or anything. He was looking down at the ground at the bus, on the bus, and he just shook his head no, like right as I thought that. It's not like I was praying aloud. It's not like I was looking at him. I was very inconspicuous. And he ended up, so I said, I just continued to pray for him silently in my head. And then, I just kept feeling the urge to tell him. And one of the things that the Lord has really laid hard upon my heart is to have enough courage. And he uses that exact word, be courageous enough to freaking speak my name in public. And I've done that, but I'm really shy and stuff. But I said, okay, Lord, if this is you, it can't hurt. But, this could be an atheist. This man could have pulled out a knife on me. I don't know. But I looked at him, and he said, oh, sorry. And I don't know why he said that to me. I guess he saw me look at him. And I said, it's okay. You ain't got nothing to be sorry for. I'm prayed for you. That's why you see me. If you notice, I'm looking at you over here in the window. That's the only reason. That's the only thing I can think of, is that he saw me looking at him discreetly, might I add, and through the reflection of the windows on the bus. Okay. And I said, no, I was praying for you. Jesus loves you is what I said. And he calmed down, and he wasn't talking to himself. He wasn't shaking. He got real calm, and he stopped speaking. And I thought, oh gosh, this person's gonna, well, if I die, at least I die for the Lord, prophesying for the Lord. And he got real quiet, and I didn't say nothing else after that. I just continued to mind my business. And I said, well, I did it, Lord. And then he looked at me, and he said, thank you. Thank you. That takes a lot of courage these days to say that. And he just kept saying it over and over. And he wasn't slurring, nothing. He was calm. He almost seemed like he was sober at that point. And he wasn't like, moving his hands around and shaking stuff. He just kept saying, wow, that takes a lot of courage. And I just felt like the Lord or an angel or something was speaking through him, because that really resonated with my spirit as well, because that's one of the biggest challenges I face as a Christian is, and whenever, what really got me to say, from saying, how do I know this ain't just my conscience or a random thought in my head, was the fact that I wouldn't just think something like that, but I still was doubtful. But what really hit the nail on the head is when the Lord put a verse in my head when I wasn't going to tell this man publicly that I prayed for him, is when he said, deny me in public, and I will deny you I will deny you in front of the Father. That is a Bible, and that is a verse in the Bible. And when I don't know what verse that is, but when those words popped into my head fucking randomly, pardon my language, I knew it was Christ. I knew it was. And I definitely, I wasn't afraid to, but I said, okay, Lord, I was scared. Yeah, I was afraid, but I said it. And that man just went from being really unruly to really calm and really happy. And he wasn't homeless either. He had an apartment, so he's better off than me. I'm going to be on the cold on the 6th, and I'm not going to Washington. I'll freeze to death there too. I'm going home, and and even if I had a home right now, I've been planning this trip for months. I'm going home, but my family doesn't have a car to get me to and from dialysis. Okay. My parents lost their home when my mother had a stroke and currently resides in a nursing home. But listen, I have end-stage renal failure. That's a terminal illness, okay? And I am going to spend time with people I love while I still can. And my mother's not in the best of health. My father isn't. My biological father isn't. I mean, we need to be with our loved ones. And it's freezing to death in North Carolina, and I'm very afraid to go. But I am going. And I'm not going to live there. I am going to visit, but I have to get dialysis, and I've given them so much notice. I don't know what else to do. So, yeah. But anyway, that's I got it. That's the story. So praise your Heavenly Father. He loves you. He always provides a way. I don't know anybody else that can be homeless on the street in a sleeping bag to staying in a room for 60 days at $750 a night they can charge up to. That's a God thing, people. And it's the community of Coeur d'Alene. I mean, that just doesn't happen. But I am going home, and I honestly, my plan was to work and all that, but I honestly don't think I can in this. I got to save money for a vehicle. And that almost makes me want to cry, because I want to work. I don't want to freaking be on disability. And I've tried, and I haven't been able to find a single freaking temp agency. All I wanted to do was a couple shifts to see if I could, But they don't got no kind of work for me. They don't think I can work. I don't know. And it wouldn't make no sense to get a job and have to leave anyway whenever I'm going home. So, yeah, not now anyway, but I always run back up to Coeur d'Alene. I mean, I last time I came to North Carolina, I bought a round trip ticket for a month. I arrived July 1st, and I was to leave August 1st. I stayed for 6 months, and I intentionally, I didn't actually miss my plane. I intentionally stayed. But my parents had their own home, and they got 2 cars while I was there. I mean, Mama wasn't having a stroke. I don't have anyone to stay with now. Like, but my family friend, aka my dad, who's more like a dad to me than my actual father. Not that I have a bad relationship with my actual father. I don't have any relationship with my actual father. But my father's kind of odd like that. I'm in good standing with my father, Terry, but Kevin Willis is my dad. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And I'm gonna stay with him, but I can't get him kicked out of his place. That's a visit. I'm not gonna be moving to North Carolina. Who knows? Maybe I'll get down there and I want to move down there. I don't know. I don't have any support up here. Paul's dead. Mark is gone. Mark is single again, by the way. I knew. I was talking to my mom about that. I said, Mama, he just ain't doing what he did with me when we first started dating. And I said, this just don't make no sense. And I hadn't looked at his page for like a week. And he knows I got Paul's channel, and he doesn't have that blocked. And next thing I know, this bitch he was dating is like, he says, goodbye. And I'm like, oh God, baby's back in black now. He's no longer dating fucking Fiona from Shrek as an ogre. That lasted all of a month, and I found that so weird that she was like ready to fucking not even like a month after she had been proposed to with the fucking ring on her finger. She's taking pictures of my man. It's all I can do not to go over there and bust her face, but she looks like a freaking dude. Anyway, and plus Marcus is the only man who I've never tried to be vengeful with or anything like that, or be resentful toward in any kind of way, where I truly want him to be happy, even if it's not with me. And if I had it to do all over again, I would carry my weight in that freaking relationship a hell of a lot more than I did. Because I love that man. So that's how I know, hey, I really truly love this person, because I want them to be happy, even if it's not with me. And I've said that from the get-go. But this is the second rebound he's been on. And the first one I told you was a friend that literally said, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I have a friend of mine that put that we were in a relationship and didn't even ask me or run it by me. And I'm like, at first I was like, yeah, okay. I think her name was Katie something Sullivan. I don't know. And so I was going with it, she said, but then I realized I just wanted to be me and my daughter. And I don't know if Mark thinks I'm out here doing stuff or what, but I'm not. And I've been tested and everything, and I don't have anything. I don't even have HPV. I thought I did, but no, I don't. And yeah, so I got tested for everything. So I'm clean. Anyway, let me look at the comments now and we'll see what's going on. Look at Sexy Girl, that coffee cup. What's up? Snobby Buddhist. The good word makes us strong and drives away the scum, aka Melton. Secret Agent Randy Bean says, what is this? Snobby Buddhist says, great idea. Bring your nice butt down here. Lord knows we appreciate them. Well, where do you live, Snobby Buddhist? Well, I was actually Haven. Anderson, we need to meet. You got a book of matches? Because burn that shit down. Burn what down? Burn what down? Anyway, that is true, Snobby Buddhist, but let's not make fun of Melton. Have you guys seen Brother John, brother in Christ, sister in Christ, John? I mean, have you seen him? He's out there fucking freezing in California. Why don't you come on up to Sherwood again, Jonathan? It's really cold up here. And he's so resentful and bitter and mad. And it hurts me because, I watched maybe a couple minutes of his last stream, and he's all bundled up, and somebody posted a smart aleck comment saying, what are you doing? Like, what are you dressed in? What's that get up? And I'm sitting there thinking he's freezing because I'm out here at these buses after I get out of a cold ass dialysis center where everybody brings a blanket, and I get off the machine at 4:30 and the bus don't come till 5:17 or after 5:16. They're supposed to be out there tonight. I I mean, I was freezing. I'm freezing. You're out there a couple minutes and your freaking hands are numb. And I'm not equipped for winter, but I'm not staying here. So it doesn't make no sense for me to go buy a big ass pair of boots because it's not 20 degrees in North Carolina. It's freezing there, but it's not Coeur d'Alene snow. We don't get snow where I'm going. So it doesn't make any sense for me to do that. And it's so much money. It's so much. And I really, really suffer a lot. I don't eat, or I go days without, sometimes weeks without nothing. I mean, just so I can afford a little something like some skincare every now and then. I'm not used to living a lifestyle like that. I'm used to living a lifestyle where I can have what I want when I want. And that's the way I've lived long before I came, my whole 12 years here. And it's just hard because I miss my health. I miss being able to work. I miss having, I don't know. But I want to live for the Lord, and he always provides a way, and he'll figure it out. But I'm thinking when I saw that comment, I'm like, he's freezing. He's in that truck, and cars get cold quickly. And I know what it's like. Now, I don't know if he's ever been on a sleeping bag on the ground, but, I came back, by the way, and my hotel door was open, which it sometimes is, but I should have fucking checked that because they know what's going on in here. I'm not. I mean, look at all this food. I can't eat half of this shit. Like I ordered stuff from Walmart for the first time because I ordered my mom's stuff with my food stamp card. All this was EBT. This is like white American pasteurized prepared cheese product. I can't eat this. This ain't real cheese. I'm not supposed to have dairy as it is. So my friend Candy, I got some real mozzarella cheese that left, thank God. These pickles are so salty and disgusting and not crackly, like crisp, I mean, it just sucks, I wasted my money. These are disgusting. That tastes like sugar. It tastes like pure syrup. I'm going to try not to waste it, but at the same time, I'm not eating that because it's going to make my labs even worse. It's going to kill me quicker. I even got these because I'm thinking, okay, no milk and stuff, and they're disgusting. I used to love those as a kid. Now I hate them. And then I got Mrs. Butterworth, extra buttery, right? This ain't real syrup. This isn't real syrup. Artificially flavored syrup. This is disgusting. And I got some Eggos too that were like, I got pieces I can't even cook. And it's just disgusting because it's not real. It's not real syrup. I just can't. And it sucks because I'm like eating this food that I spent $140 something and all I had left on my food stamps, and it just. So today I haven't ate it all. I got a $3 chicken biscuit, and it's sitting. It's right here. It's literally like, it hasn't been touched. Mom said it ain't good, but I'm going to eat that anyhow and take binders and stuff. And then I went and got all my mail, and I keep all my my cards and stuff in here. It's basically my wallet. But I got this from the health, not the health center, but I'm not telling you where I got this, but I took the tuna out because I don't eat fish. But this is, this is very rare. I don't utilize this kind of stuff. I don't feel like I'm deserving of it. But I asked for a snack and some water. That's all I wanted. She gave me a whole bag. But anyway, and I did get some other juice for my vape because the vaping thing is not really an addiction that I have, but it's, and this is what I also wanted to get, but I didn't because it was like, I don't know, it was expensive. It was too expensive. I remember when I bought this and a brush a year and a half ago, it was $100 and something for those two items. And I would have paid over $100 for the same thing. I'm not doing that. But I did get this. And again, the primer, don't buy this shit, ladies. Don't buy this. This is trash. Yeah. So this is, I don't know this. I don't know Bobbi Brown. I don't know this brand at all. But this was for normal to oily skin types. Wait, what? Because, see, I had somebody help me with this. I don't know. I tested it. Primer and moisturizer. Well, I'm going to use it as a moisturizer, and I might take it back because I didn't actually. She better gave me the right product. But this is the best smelling. This was great. I used some of it as a tester, but this right here, oh my gosh, this is heaven. This was the most softest, lightest, beautiful, amazing that I've ever felt in my life. I mean, oh my goodness. And then this is, I had a sample of this that I bought that I didn't buy it. I don't know where I got it. A sample of this brow pencil, and I bought the full one. And I love this brand. Oh my goodness. I've only ever used this product with it, but I need to get some tweezers or something because I need to tweeze my eyebrows. And then this was this is just a few bucks. And this was salicylic acid and shit. And salicylic acid is good for acne and stuff. So it's just, I wanted to get a lot more, but I mean, that was $95, $91. Look at that. That's ridiculous. And I might take that back. I don't know. But I'm not taking these two things back. I didn't think it'd be that much because they're like, oh, $27 here, $20, $30 there, $10 there. I didn't think it'd be nearly that much. I was so embarrassed. But anyway, I really needed that. I haven't bought myself anything like that in God knows how long. I mean, I've been using, and it's breaking me out, and it's not helping. Little hotel lotions are not meant for your face, and they're aging me horribly. But anyway, so that's what I got. Now I feel real guilty now. I'm getting real picky with money, but I'm real proud of myself for. I mean, 2 months ago, I would have taken out a loan and said "fuck you" and never paid it. I'm paying them all back, guys. I mean, I'm doing damn good. I'm looking at my credit and stuff, and even if it sucks, at least I'm trying. But it's not like it was back in the old days where I can just go out and buy this stuff and say whatever. It's. I'm really learning the value of a dollar, and even though I suck ass at freaking budgeting, I still can't do that to save my life. My mother's extremely intelligent with numbers, thank God. She helps me a lot with that kind of stuff. But she's almost like a Marcus with like a human calculator. She's very smart with math. And but anyway, so anyway, so that's what we're doing. And I did get a little $20 or $15 vape juice. Where is that at? Where's my vape? Because the other one's so harsh. It doesn't go down very well, but honestly, they're supposed to be the same strength, but I don't know. It's just a little it's irritating, but in a way that, like, freaking vape. So, yeah, it's. And I got a couple of them, but we're gonna. Okay. We'll try this one here. This is not marijuana. I hate pot. It's a nicotine, and not real tobacco nicotine, but it doesn't have formaldehyde and all that shit in it. I'm really picky with my my juices. Very picky. But what I don't understand, because I prepped this. I bought a new cartridge, and I bought another coil. Why am I getting juice in my mouth? But anyway. Dude, I'd do anything to have anybody, a woman, a man, and not in a sexual way. No. Fucking rub some lotion on my back. I can't do it. I don't know if they make things to like help you do that. Like, they make scrubbers and stuff. But I got a nice ass shower in here. It's real nice. Oh man, this right here, this is amazing. This is what I have to slick my hair back with. And look at that. Not a single hair out of place. I've never been able to put a high ponytail in and have, without having like, but now that my hair's all thin because of dialysis, I can do that. So that's one pro thing about losing so much hair. This is the best stuff in the world. I got this from Albertsons like 2 months ago, and it's really good, and it smells heavenly. And then they got their own. These come with the hotel, but the brand is J.R. Watkins. That's my last name. I thought that was pretty cool. And then I got those were like $1. They were $1 each. And then I scorched this tub last night. I mean, I had it running on the hottest setting. I scorched that, like boiling. That kind of started to melt, so I don't even know if I can use it now, but yeah, so. I don't know why I'm getting juice in my mouth with this, so we're gonna have to take this off and see. What the fuck? Oh, it's dead. Okay, that's the problem. It's dead. Oh, my charger's in my bag. Yeah, so basically now that's all I really had to say. I got my ice. I've been doing good on my fluids. Doing great on my fluids, actually. All I had to drink today was this. This is all I've had. This is it. And I had a tiny, like, Dixie cup of water. That's it. In fact, I still got it in here. Shit. It's right there. And it's stayed, dude. I've had this and this. This is all I've had. All day long to drink. That's 2 things. That's way less than 32 ounces. We're doing very good. So because dialysis is less than 12 hours away, or well, a little over 12 hours. For my eyes. But yeah, I really just wanted to ask you guys too for like prayer for my health, for the dialysis. Pray for my dialysis team. Pray for my mother, my father, my biological father, and my friend Candy and my friend Diane and Jose. Pray for them. I got some Benadryl too, which I've done very well with not taking as of late. And like I haven't had any since this morning around 9 o'clock or so. So, and my nose is running and it dries out my sinuses and makes my fucking breath reek. But I'm getting sick from being in the cold so damn much. So I'm gonna take that. I already took my blood. I took my carvedilol, my amlodipine, clonidine. Took that earlier today. Took the Wellbutrin. The Wellbutrin is making me a little bit. Sometimes it gives me suicidal ideation. I'm not suicidal. I posted on my Facebook that the other day when I was taking 2 a day, like I'm supposed to take 12 hours. They're 12-hour pills of the Wellbutrin. It was starting to give me suicidal thoughts, and I was not going to act on them. But I mean, I just don't like feeling that way, and I know that's a side effect of antidepressants, and Wellbutrin is the best antidepressant I've ever tried, but I laid off. I didn't take it for a few days, and then I started taking it again, and it seems to work a little bit better, and not when I take just 1 a day versus 2. And I'll have to talk to my doctor about that. My nephrologist is over all my medication, but anyway. They're the ones that got me started on this shit. This Benadryl shit. And I got a tolerance to it, but not as bad. I don't abuse it or anything. It's not like you get high or anything. That's not it, guys. But anyway, it's basically your chat now. I'm gonna sit here and chill, and we've been going 53 minutes, so why ain't my chat coming up? Live chat. Okay, I'm not sexually attracted to you, or I would lotion your back, but I could probably find someone to lotion. That's funny. You're mad tiny. What happened to your kidneys? I have IgA nephropathy and interstitial nephritis. It's an autoimmune disease. And my kidneys are allergic to NSAIDs. And when my kidneys were failing, I took a lot of NSAIDs like ibuprofen and Advil because I was getting migraines and I didn't know what the fuck was happening to me. And I still get migraines, but not nearly as bad. And I didn't know that while the rest of my body is fine with it, my kidneys are actually allergic to it. That's what interstitial nephritis is. Now my kidneys have I do notice though if I take an naproxen, which is an NSAID, it's just basic fucking NSAID. I piss more than when I don't. So I don't know if that has something to do with fluid or what. But I don't. So, with as bad as my kidneys are, me taking an NSAID, I don't take them a lot, but it's neither here nor there at that point. They're already scarred up. They're all dead and shriveled up and scarred up. I don't have. I mean, when you're to the point where you're on dialysis, you're fucked. But it's just sucks. It really hurts me to know that. Oh, I thought, well, I'll be able to do it. I can do this and that. I can do anything. And then to get out here and actually not just go to dialysis and then come home and go to dialysis and come home and spend money and do what the fuck ever I want when I want. And I'm actually having to get out here and do all these things. I'm realizing, fuck, this disease affects me so much more than I ever realized. And it makes me so sad at the same time, but I still try to stay very positive about it because I have to live with this. This is a terminal illness, This is until I get a kidney, which I'm fucking homeless. I mean, and my Impala, I was so happy for the first time in my life. I saved for a car. I got a car, paid for it, took care of it, had everything, had a plan, and implemented that plan to getting that car that was supposed to be ready next month to get up to Seattle, to go to Trent, to get evaluated. I've never even been evaluated for a transplant. But but that just didn't happen. And I lost that car. I couldn't get it out of the tow shop. So anyway, that's my dream, to have a decent car. That may not seem like a big deal to you, but a car is freedom. A car is shelter. A car is opportunity in other cities with jobs. I don't know. It's hard. Life is hard, especially when you're on your own and you don't have any support where you're at. I don't have any support up here. I literally don't have anyone. The one friend I had is gone. And I called Mark the other day, and I meant to call my mom, but I ended up dialing his work for some reason, and he sounded really happy, and he knew it was me. And I straight up told him, like, Marcus? He said, yeah. I'm like, sorry, I meant to call my mama. And he said, oh, it's okay. And I said, all right, have a good one. Or something like that. And I hung up, because Mark never likes to be bothered at work. But if the man hated my guts, he's not going to keep a chipper, happy tone once he realizes who's on the phone. I know Marcus better than anybody. Don't you forget that. And I love him deeply, and I'd like to at least be his friend. That whole thing, the way he went about ending that relationship was so traumatic to me. I cannot begin to tell you even to this day, the pain I feel in my heart over that, and not even being able to be his friend or anything. It hurts, But anyway, I want Mark to be happy. I really do. And I'm so happy and proud of myself with my fluid restriction that I did get a NOS. Haven't ate all day. Been out doing stuff instead of just sitting on the bed contemplating my existential crisis. So I don't get to come on YouTube a lot and do these type of streams ever, or I'm sorry I don't get to watch a lot of stream. 407 beers ago. Dude, we got to do a shout out to 4 dude. My boy 4. Yeah. 4 is fucking awesome. I have missed him. He is so sweet. And he was playing a game the other day called Stray. And it was a game where you get to be a cat. And it's beautiful graphics. And I'm sitting there thinking, fuck, I don't have a PS5. It's not on PS5. He started talking about his PS4 and stuff. And I wish I would have caught that stream live, but I didn't. I just missed it. But I sat and I watched that, and I did watch most of that, and he is so sweet. He's like, I'm a cat, you know? He's fucking killer. I have liked that man since I met him. He's so sweet. He's so cool. He's always rooted for me. He's always been in my corner. He's been under accounts and helped me do many things, and he is just the bomb. If there's one loyal person on here, it's 407 beers ago. Check out his channel. He does all types of different content. He's very interesting. And he is a real good-hearted, upstanding man. And I mean, I just, you don't get better than 4. You don't. Let's see. No, blood pressure pills are not due right now. I got the binders. We're going to take those. I keep the Savelamar in a smaller little container, and then I got the big bottle right there. And I got the Velphoro too, but I'm not going to take that until I eat because it'll give me horrible diarrhea. But since I am having an energy drink, which I've been doing real good on that too, I'm going to take 2 of those with it because my doctor has informed me that he's pretty much sure that if I don't drink milk and stuff that is high in phosphorus, that my phosphorus should go down. My potassium's been real high lately, but I got that down too. I do got to be more proactive about taking the little Kelma. I just got a new batch of it Friday, and I'm not taking 3 with that. I'm just sick. Because I mean, anytime, what you don't understand about me and energy drinks is I rarely ever drink a full one, ever. As soon as it starts to go flat at all, don't matter what brand it is, it sits there. I don't touch it. I'm looking at things. I've only got one. I asked the cashier up there, right there at Chevron, because I'm at Riverstone. I'm like, how much is it for one? And she's like $3.99 or something like that. And I said, okay, I saw you had them on 2 for something. What is it? And it was like 2 for $4. So I'm like, okay, I'll get another one, which I wasn't going to, go back and get it right there and hold her line up, even though there was only one person behind me. But she had to make it like I'm stupid, She didn't mean it like that, but she was like, well, you can get that. I said, go ahead and ring me up for 2 then. And she said, okay, you can go back and get the other one after you pay. And I said, well, I didn't say nothing. I just smile and wave. But that was the intent. I'm not that stupid. And I got them damn Crispitos. I cold as fuck. See how I am? And even when I get food, and I'm starving, it'll sit there. I'll bird pick at it. It's just the way I am. And I get pretty anxious. I come in here. You gotta understand, you guys, especially you folks, there's 14 of you in here. You folks that know where I have come from, a 500 square foot disaster zone for the past 8 years. Well, no, it wasn't a disaster zone for no 8 years. Let me tell you that. I'd say for the past 6, 5. Versus, I got a whole room in there, the bathroom, this room, I got a kitchen. I mean, this to me is like a palace. This also, because I'm alone, and I'm not, believe me, I enjoy my privacy. I am a private person. I, the bigness of it, it's so big. It provokes anxiety in me. I like a little tiny space, and I'm blessed. I'm thankful. Trust me. I mean, I got to be out of here December 6th, but hell, I've been here since October. This is the prettiest place I've ever got to stay in my life since I've lived in Coeur d'Alene. And I just am very thankful to Christ, He above all, and I'm thankful to this community. But I know my mama said something to me the other day. She said, I know how you are. You'll run right back up there. I don't have nowhere to run back up to. Yeah, I can get one of these roach motels that have weekly rates, but the only 2 roach motels, hell, one of them's right beside Marcus's work. And believe me, I'm not stalking. I'm not like that. Okay? No, that's not a problem. But if I won't be able to afford a damn thing, I definitely won't be able to afford my loans. Those are the only 2 hotels I've seen that offer weekly rates. That'll take my whole check. I can't do that. I can't. My probation curfew alarm is going off because I take that shit seriously. I take that very seriously. I want to be a cop. So, let's see. Got the mail in there. I can put that NOS in. I mean, I haven't even had the luxury of having a refrigerator in years, and much less a full-size one. You know, just stuff like that, you know, I take for granted. You know, I'm not used to the little bit of laundry I have. I don't do a lot because I haven't had access to a washer and then in so many years. And then I've been so afraid to go out, and then I haven't had access to a refrigerator. I've had a cooler in the floor, which constantly needs to be changed. And a little, like, you know, you saw my little refrigerator. It's meant to sit on a person's desk and put 6 cans of cola or whatever in it. I mean, that's all I've had. And I haven't had a bed with sheets on it. I was sleeping on like a 24-year-old mattress. I mean, in the floor for a while there. I mean, the coils were coming out of it, and it was hurting me, and it was tearing holes in all my clothes. And I was just so sad and depressed, and I felt so scared to go out. And my anxiety is not managed well now either. But I'm more responsible with my medication. So when I do have it, my anxiety's fine, you know, but I do run out early, and my doctor knows this. And he's not going to prescribe it whenever I go down south, and that's fine. I don't fucking need him to. But, you know, at the same time, like, it's sad, you know, that I got to get down there, and that's another damn thing I got to worry about. But I mean, it just sucks because I wish that, I know this town watches me. I know that sounds insane. I'm not schizophrenic. I may be a little bit paranoid and hypervigilant, but there's a difference between, I recognize paranoia versus blatant things, guys. Blatant. There are things that happen to me here that I won't go more into detail about, that I've told my mother, and she's like, damn, that's just fucking obvious, Abby. I mean, that's just not a coincidence. I mean, I don't want to give you guys examples, but I could give you a million. And sometimes I'm beginning to have a love-hate relationship with Coeur d'Alene. I feel like I'm their adopted kid. I did feel like a dog in training at first, but now I feel like an adoptive kid, and I still feel like an adoptive kid. And but it's like, you know, it's like they do things here, and I'm very thankful for it. But you guys got to understand, when I go down south, I've been saying, damn, I hope they don't follow me down south. No, please follow me down south. I'm starting to think that, because you guys don't have a clue how dangerous it is where I'm going. You don't have a clue. And you can get down there and you can do whatever, but there's certain unspoken things that Southerners just kind of know, and I can't begin to tell you. There's a million of them. I was born and raised there, guys. And you're just not going to pick up on that kind of stuff. The Yankees won't. And I just hope to God they follow me, but I don't know if they will or not. And even if they do, it's not going to be like people of Coeur d'Alene. But I want to see my mother. I want to see my dad. I want to see my family. I want to spend a holiday with my family. I want to have a Christmas tree. I haven't had that since Paul was alive. And the one we did have, the one tree we did have that I've ever had here in 12 years, Paul didn't want no part of it. He loved Christmas and whatnot, but he thought it was a waste of money. And I ended up I worked, I bought it myself, I put it together myself, that white tree that's on my Facebook page with all the ornaments on it. I did all that on my own. And I don't know why my husband was so against that. I don't know. But that's just one thing he wouldn't support. And so I really want to have a Christmas tree this year. That's just something I want. And I want Mick to have a Christmas tree. He's a little cat, but Dad's got to get the house ready because he's got a spare bedroom in there. I'm deadly allergic to cats. I'm very allergic. And, but I'm going home, and I'm taking a big chance in doing so with my health. But I'm not going to sit up here and freeze to death. So we'll have to figure out a way. And I'm tired of worrying about it. Come on, Coeur d'Alene. Come on. I have more faith in you than this. Yeah. But anyway. I don't know. I'll read the comments here in a minute, guys. I'm really not trying to ignore you. I'm decompressing for the day. And if you want to donate, it's paypal.me/Abby487. I definitely could fucking use it. Okay, where did I leave off on my comments? I left off, technically, where he said, burn that shit down. Yes, big booty girls make the world go round. Yeah, my ass is nice. You're past. Oh, okay, he was talking about I passed. Okay. Girl, I'm trying to rescue you. You got Facebook? Yes, Abby Watkins Chiptoff is my name on Facebook. You need a pimp. I'm a nice pimp. I don't slut myself out. Okay. No. Get a job then? Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? That's the plan. Gotta have a foundation though. We must pray and fast for Milton. You're right, Abby. Yes, snobby booties. I'm serious. Don't play with me with that poor old thing. And no, I'm not in love with Milton John, okay? So you can knock that shit off. But I know what it's like to be homeless. And Milton's homeless by choice. He has a home. He didn't have to leave Sherwood. He didn't have to do that. Milton's got his health. Milton's a grown-ass man in a woman's body or whatever he is. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to misgender him. I'm not. That's not. But he has to understand that I've known him as a he a lot longer than I've known him as a she. So in my mind, it's just taken me a little longer to accept, not to accept, but to get used to calling him a lady. I don't want to, if he would, I've asked him 100 times, what do you want to be called? And if he would fucking say it, then I'd call him whatever his lady name is. But whatever. I I cannot stand his, I understand his, like a little bit of what I watched in his stream. He literally says, I blame the trans community. Well, listen, bud, he has very conservative. He says he hates conservatives like us up here, but no, he's very conservative actually, and so is his family. He claims to be leftist. He used to be way worse than me, dude. He used to be straight up alt-right, like seriously, for many years, and he still has that in him, and he's like, oh, I went down south and those were the nicest people, or the nicest people I met were trans or lesbians and stuff. Well, yeah, because we don't really fuck with that down there. Sorry. And he went to Columbia. He went to South Carolina. They're a lot more, it's like a Baptist. You ever been to like the you know how Baptists and Methodists, they rag on each other, but they're still nice to each other. It's like that with North Carolina, South Carolina, in certain places. This is one of those things that are Southern that I can't explain to you, and that if you follow me, you're not going to understand. But you know, one kind of like fucks around with the other. You know, like, haha, do we do this? Haha, no, that's because you're Baptist. You know what I mean? And I can't begin to explain it, but he was saying how he blames the trans community for his predicament. Well, John, one thing I don't like about a lot of trans people is that, God forbid, you know, you're not tolerant of them, but if you're a straight white Christian, fuck you, you know, God Almighty, you might as well be burned at the stake. No, you can't preach tolerance and not tolerate people who are different than you. Okay, you can't do that, and that's what I've seen as a collective with the LGBT community as a whole. The little bit I do know about it, and being, you know, seriously involved with the person that's somewhat that way with Mark, and being bi or whatever, you know, and I still loved him and I still, you know, supported it, but at the same time, you cannot do that. And what I've seen is that, of course, it's a clique. Of course, they're not going to accept. They're going to be extremely judgmental. I mean, have you not watched RuPaul's Drag Race and all these other things? Like, or just listen to fucking Jordan Peterson and all these. I mean, just come on. You know, I mean, I don't know what Milton was expecting to gain, especially when the fact that he's not passable and he's not into hormones. He's not fully into it. And I pray that God delivers him from that. I really do. And I know that sounds horrible, but because I do like gay people, I do like trans. I don't see them as any different. There's this little sweet little gay man that goes on our bus, and he's obviously gay, but he keeps to himself, and he's just so sweet and prissy, and I adore him. I almost want to protect him, you know. But one thing I've noticed, not with him, but among like the gays in general, they're very jealous of women. They're very jealous of women. Why? Why? Why are you jealous of women? And I'm not talking about as a whole. I'm not talking about, excuse me, let me rephrase that. I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about what I have experienced and what I have looked up and what I have researched and what I've experienced. And I'm a straight female. There's not a gay bone in my body, okay? Why do y'all hate women? Why do you want to be a woman, but you hate us? You as a collective hate us, from what I've seen. But not all gay men. Oh, got that fucking temperature turned up too high. Anyway, I do support them, but at the same time, I don't judge it, you know. But at the same time, it hurts me to see my religion, my heterosexuality as being a bigot, you know, or I don't accept certain parts of what they believe. I tolerate it, but I don't agree with it. I wouldn't say not accept. I don't agree with it. But yet you look at me and I give you these, if I tell you this in a respectful way, which I always do, if it comes up, oh, you're a Christian. Oh, no, it's not about the religion. It's about the relationship with Christ. That's what I am. Okay. That's what I want. And I don't want God's kingdom. I don't want his riches. I don't want heavenly pearly gates. I don't want none of that. I want Jesus. I want to know Jesus. That's all I want. And that's all I want in my life. And because all this shit's fleeting. I mean, we're born in this world with nothing. We're going to leave with nothing. And that passage I read to you, and then what I experienced last night on the bus, that correlated very much so with that passage, wouldn't you say? Anyway, I got to catch up on my comments. I am so sorry. Your past facts. Girl, I'm trying to rescue you. Go to Facebook. You deserve it. Buying yourself something that's nice. I have no idea who you are, or why you're in my feed, but you deserve whatever, wherever. Do it OnlyFans and sell feet pictures. My feet ain't too bad. I mean, yeah, I could do that. I still got the same freaking pedicure, but my feet never swell. I got a freaking gross wart on the bottom of on my other foot. That's like, I cut it out and then it got bigger. It spread a little bit, but I'm going to the dermatology office on the 22nd. I thought I missed the appointment. I was very well aware of it. I missed it intentionally to go to dialysis on the 11th. I was thinking, damn, I scheduled that back in August. No, I got a text today, which I have to call. And see, this is another thing. I'm so proud of myself. I would never call. I'd just go and do it. I'd just go in. No, I'm going to call and I'm going to say, what do I need to bring? Because I have replaced both of mine. I do have the Medicaid card. I do have the Medicare card. And look at this. Look at this on my middle finger. I have burnt this off. I have used salicylic acid. I have burned it with the nitro freeze, and I've let it go for a month, and now it's up to this. This is on my middle finger. Look at this. I can't. And it started right here in jail. And I mean, what the heck? And I've burned this one 100 times. It's a lot flatter, but it's, what the fuck? And I caught one right here that just popped up. And another one beside it that's going to come if I don't. And I mean, that salicylic acid, oh my God. I was sitting there shaking like this for 2 hours in grueling pain. I mean, I don't fucking know what to do with it. It's got to be taken off professionally at this point. But, yeah, I got one. I got a couple on my hands. I only got one on my right hand, thank God. And then I got one on my foot, and that's it. But let's see. Okay, I'm not lying. For blood vibes, you can have one of my kidneys. Who are you? What is your blood type? I will go to the doctor. I don't know my blood type. Can you believe that? I would have a romantic relationship with you, Abby, but first you have to sign a contract that says if you break the relationship for any reason, you have to pay me what the fuck? If our blood types match, you can have one of my kidneys. I'm not trolling. I'm not being mean. I'm being serious. I don't know where you come from. I don't know shit about you. I don't want anything from you. But if our blood types match, I'll give you a kidney. It's a lot more than a blood type matching. There's a lot more that goes into that. I don't even know. If you're serious about offering me a kidney, you look me up on Facebook, okay? You asked about it. It's Abby Watkins Chipped Off. Everybody knows my name. Probation curfew. Yes, I'm on probation for driving without a license, driving without privileges, excuse me. And I beat the fuck out of that case. That was my third and fourth charge. And I was driving myself to and from dialysis, literally, and I had proof of it. And I had expired tags on my car. That's why I kept getting pulled over. So I'm on supervised probation. I don't have to do drug tests. I don't do nothing but fucking, which I'll happily submit to a drug test. But I can't piss. I mean, but come on, guys. It's what I mean. It's one of those crazy Coeur d'Alene things. Now, this can be explained away. This isn't blatant. But come on. I mean, you can do a saliva test. You can do a blood test. Most people, I don't know anybody on supervised probation that don't have to submit to drug testing. I don't know anybody. I don't do anything but go to my probation officer, who I love. She's amazing. She's awesome. And I hate women. I don't hate them, but I haven't had a female friend in forever. And every time I do, you know, they're catty. They're different, you know. But I really, really like my probation officer. I really like her so much. And she knows, like, whenever I've taken Benadryl and shit, she'll do this thing with her mouth where she'll kind of, like, lick her lips and stuff to show me, like, bitch, I know that you're fucking, like, on something. But I literally it can be hours. It can be, like, 12 hours after I've fucking taken it. And I still have that dry mouth shit. It's just ridiculous. But she knows, because whenever I come in there and I haven't taken it at all that day, like, she doesn't do it, you know. She knows what's up. I know why she's doing that. I took somebody gave me a bunch of muscle relaxers. I took them all and I threw them in the fucking trash. Now, if I was a real addict, what kind of addict throws away narcotics? I mean, come on. And they were helping me too. I didn't get high from it. And I've always been against muscle relaxers because I'm thinking, oh God, the heart's the biggest muscle we got and it'll stop it. No, they helped a lot. I didn't feel anything, but I didn't feel this aching fucking pain that I have all the time. I had tenazidine, and I know that's not, but I had a bunch of other shit. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not risking my freedom or anything like that on that, because last time I saw her, I was at the homeless shelter, and which was like a big house, and she came with another officer, a male officer, who went through my stuff. Well, that's fine, but I'm not about to risk my freedom, and it's disappointing. It's not just I don't give a shit. She probably wouldn't throw me in jail if she found that, but it's disappointing to me if they would have found something like that, or because I want to be a cop, you know. I'm always looking out for people. I mean, like, if I even see like an officer, like, kind of with nobody else, and they're like fucking getting rowdy with them, like, I'll stand there and like kind of listen and stuff, not to listen, but to like make sure that officer's cool. And then until I see another one pull up, or if I see somebody getting ready to walk out in the street, like with those kids, a bunch of times, like, I'll get in front of them and stuff. I mean, I will throw myself in the face of danger if it means, I mean, Christ came to lay down his life for his friends. So I'm pretty sure the Bible says those exact words. So I'm willing to as well. I mean, I until I became homeless, I really didn't realize just how much I put others before myself. I just wish I could do more. All right, let's get back to these comments. Sorry. And John here came. The wait list up here is 5 years, honey. And I misread your comment earlier, Snobby Buddhist. I thought you're like, Born Mush came in. Born Mush is awesome. Okay. Believe me, I mean, I have a 19-year-old kid that's fucking handsome as fuck. Just email. I just started ghosting. You know, I barely texted him and all, and I'm like, you know what, whatever. And then he texted me like 2 days ago, and I'm still like, I mean, I could have that in a minute. I could have that in a heartbeat. Beautiful man. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I want Christ. I want to be back with Marcus. Even if that never fucking happens. I want to me, it's like, if you ever sleep with someone, it's like you'll carry that to your grave, you know? It's like you can't undo that. And I want to be in a serious relationship. I don't have sex unless I am. The one time I did, it cost me a lot, and it just... and I cared for that person, and I really saw what it's like to be straight up played. And I don't even think he intentionally did it. It's just he has, whatever. Poor old Brian, bless him. But when I have sex with someone, I expect to be in a relationship with that person. And I'll do everything to make that relationship work, because hey, I gave myself to you. That's the most intimate thing you can do, and it's not something I take lightly. It's not. Especially, I've never used a condom. I've never had any birth control. I don't have anything. I got tested for everything. And even stuff that isn't even sexually transmitted, like BV, I didn't have none of that. So yeah, I've never used any form of birth control. I used Plan B once or twice, but that's it. That is it. And my heart goes out to any woman that has to go through that, because it's just so, no, it's just not the way I was raised. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Okay, it's time to drive to West Virginia and get with Anderson. I'm not getting anywhere with Anderson, okay? But I would like to meet him after freaking over a decade of friendship. It's time to drive to... Okay. Oh, just end the stream. Take it easy, babe. The longer you talk, the more I become attracted. If we have kidneys that vibe with each other, you can have one of mine, and I mean that 100%. Okay, waitlist here. Waitlist is 2 years in Oregon. Jeez. Wish you the best. Thank you, John here. Sorry. We got 8 folks now. Don't cry. I'm offering you my kidney if we are compatible. I'm not lying if our blood types. You can have one of my kidneys. What is your blood type? Oh, whatever. I don't want to be in an episode of Dateline, baby girl. What do you mean by that? It's not Buddhist. I am a healthy young man. Go get the test and see if my kidney would fit you. I don't even know you. We have to talk, okay? Well, I hope everything works out for the best of you and the best of luck in dialysis. Oh, yes, please put up a Christmas tree in honor of Christ. Do everything to glorify the Father. Homeless people don't usually say the word decompress and then take a sip of coffee. No, I'm technically homeless, but I'm not, No, the kidney thing ain't bullshit at all, but I have kidney failure for real, yeah. I would give any of my organs to anyone if they needed it. Gay, straight, young, old, it doesn't matter to me. Your stillness in how you go about what you believe hurts my feelings. Well, no, I mean, I hope you listened to everything I said in regards to that. Abby's blood type is A positive, same as mine. I don't know my blood type, guys. This means that I have a better shot at marrying Abby than you do, bruh. I'm a fight for what I want. Okay, you guys are funny. I'm Randy Beans, not a great guy to know. You soured my opinion of my already. I'm assuming he means me. Soured opinion of people. You seem very negative. Have a good evening. I haven't sounded negative at all. I apologize if you got that impression. I don't want to marry her. I wanted to donate a kidney earlier, but I would donate one elsewhere. Well, hey, buddy, if you can give anybody that second chance at life, please do, if you're serious about it. Weak folk promise a lot, but when the time comes to deliver on their promises, they hide in the shadows like the wretches they is. Don't listen to them, baby girl. I'm the man that you need, bottom line. Snobby Buddhist, perhaps God has led you. You guys got to be serious about this kind of stuff. Like, don't sit and troll me. You're not very Buddhist. Oh yeah, he's not. Not when I'm fighting for the potential of my life. I'm more Buddhist than you are snobby Buddhist. You're not fighting for me for her. You have her. I don't want her at all. She can go alone. She can go die alone. Goodness gracious. I rubbed you the wrong way. My apologies. I was expecting more of a fight from a man who was willing to go under the knife. That's the freaking funniest comment. We have 10 viewers to, the snobby Buddhist fucking pwned and owned. I was expecting more of a fight from a man who was willing to go under the knife. That was touche. That is absolutely annihilation. And then that was so fucking killer if you're still here. Oh my god, what a funny fucking comment. That right there. These beds are so high up. My goodness, I'm not used to having a box spring. Is that a box spring under it? Well, no, it's a whole ass. Well, duh, but it's just so big. Jeez. I wish my freaking ponytail. I gotta get another bow, like little girl bow, like. Hey, we're all unique, This is very cute. This little ponytail bow. I like it. Yeah, without that much. Too bad that kidney failure has ruined my body. You should live this. Look at that. And I have stretch marks that look like I have a fucking kid. And then my belly will be like, and then it'll go down. And then it'll go down, depending on the fluid. So, and my face does the same. I need Botox at 30. You should see it. I got like jowls, dude. But no, Christ made me in his image, and he made all of us in his image. So, there's that. But dialysis has completely, like, my genetics and stuff. I had the most prettiest everything until I had kidney failure. And that destroyed my body. So if you have a baby with me, just know it's going to be a lot prettier. And I have proof of that. In all my years on YouTube. Yeah. I'm freezing. I love the cold, believe me. I can handle the cold, but I can't handle it. I can't handle being out in it. I for hours on end, and like at night after dialysis, especially. And it's so embarrassing because I've always taken the last 2 buses home, temporarily home here, and in the shelter. And being out there, the dialysis facility it's just freezing. Everybody there brings a blanket. So to go from that, it's not so bad during the day, but to wait on that bus at night, and I leave because I'm like one of the last people off, and I know that my team can't leave until I'm out of the building. But there are times, like during the summer, I was walking from Riverstone Transit Center here, no, since October, to here, to the hotel. And it's a further walk than if I get off at, stop on the A bus right after. Well, yeah, it's A bus. Well, C bus does it as well, but they don't go down Old Mill Road, Old Mill Loop. It's, what is it? Right after Kootenai Health. I should have ate something today. Lakewood. Yes, that's a shorter walk. I walked that tonight. It's freezing, and I don't have the shoe. The shoes I have, they're not equipped for the winter at all. And I mean, even it snowed a week ago here, and there's still ice and snow on the ground. A lot of it's melted, but I mean, I've almost slipped several times, even today. And if I slip, I don't have Mark or anyone that can help me get up or help me get to the bathroom, stuff like that anymore. I don't have that. And I rely on public transport to get to and from a treatment 3 times a week that I need to live. And I fight very hard for my life. But I'm just thankful to God, I put it in His hands. I put it in Christ's hands, because if I fall and something happens to me, how am I gonna get up on the bus? How am I gonna do any of that? So, and I can't afford a taxi everywhere. I can't do that. And down south, the taxi company is called Abbey Cab. They don't have a lot of taxis there at all. Not at all. It's very expensive. It's like $60 to go a couple miles. It's ridiculous. I mean, up here is 20, but down there, because everything's so remote, it's unfathomable. Listen to me mispronounce that. I'm very scared to go back next month. I really hope my team can do more than what they're doing. I'll call admissions, but there's a man I met in August at the Art on the Green, and he was from Medicare. And I have his email. What I'm going to do is call him and email him, because he said, you know what, I can help you with dental and all that stuff. Back in August, I sent him one email. He replied. I never responded. So I'm going to see if he can help me, because obviously Medicaid ain't going to jump state to state, but Medicare they're going to have to. they're going to have to get me away to and from dialysis. That's not optional. And I'm going to go down there. I'm going to save some money and either get a car down there and ship it up here. I've looked into doing stuff like that before. It'll cost no more than $2,000. Or I'm going to save up money, get with my biological father, because he makes a lot of money that he's just given to his people, which is fine. But my dad has already offered for me and him to get a place together. I just can't stand the fact that my father is not willing to change. Like smoking cigarettes and stuff like that, to better himself and his health so that he can live longer. He's already had 2 massive strokes and a massive heart attack. He's alive. My dad won't change his ways. My mother did after she had a major stroke. And she's still there by the grace of God. But I said, Mama, please don't smoke no more. And she stopped, and stuff like that speaks volumes to me, because part of me is like, honor thy mother and father, but another part of me is saying, my dad, my biological father, Terry, I love with all my heart. He's a great dad, but he's not willing to do things to better himself so that he can live for me, for him, or himself, and or whatever. And I don't want to get too close, because I've already lost a husband. I've lost a baby. I don't want to lose a parent. I don't want to watch them do things that continue to hurt them. And with my family friend, which is Kevin Willis, who is like a real dad to me, I want him to be very proactive. I was getting all over his case before I got taken, out of my home. And he was exercising more and stuff now. And he's not now. Like, I don't want to lose him either. This is a part of the reason why I don't call a lot, because I'm afraid, the closer I get and stuff, is if I lose Kevin, it'll be like losing a parent, the same thing. But with my mother, she's willing to change her ways if I get on to her bad enough. But hold on a minute. I'm gonna get it. I don't have 2 hampers. And then, let's see. Put this in here. I'll put my clothes and stuff in there. I just threw those on the floor. They were in this chair. Much better, huh? Because like I'm back in the call center. Back in the call center again. I didn't know these chairs had that adjustability there. So fat. Okay. And I'm sorry I didn't touch up my makeup or anything. Like, this is... Anyway, with my parents, with my family. This is another reason, like, why, and I'm not in the best of health, but people live a long time on dialysis, depending on, their labs, their exercise, their everything. Whew. I'm afraid of getting close to people that I love if they have if they do things that are, detrimental to their health. And I'm not one to, it's like it's like what I said earlier when I go back to putting others before myself. Like, I'm more worried about their health and their bad habits, and it's not even like there's no drugs or anything. Just the eating and the weight they have already on and stuff like that, and it's just, I worry more about their health, and I take that into consideration a lot more often than I do my own, because I love them. And I really wish that this disease didn't affect me as much as it does. I can get a full night's sleep and be so not tired as in sleepy, but like just lethargic. And when I get up and start doing something, it's getting up to do it. I'm usually all right when I get it started. It's just then I start worrying, and kind of like that old, what is that law called? Whatever bad that whatever. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Type of mindset. And then I get overwhelmed and I neglect things. And now that I've been through so much, I always promised myself one thing when it came to relationships, and that's no matter what, I'd never become bitter and carry that baggage into another one. And I'd never become resentful. And I wouldn't let it change my outlook on love. And that's been very difficult, but I have been able to so far accomplish that. The only thing that's changed me is that with Marcus, he's the one I was with forever. Yes, I was talking to Paul every night on the phone for years, but Paul died in 2013. I moved up here in 2010 to be with him, and so that's not even 3 years that I had with my husband. I had almost 8 years with Mark. So what I'm getting at, to sum up things here, is I have a hard time trusting now. And I'm hyper vigilant. And if you do one little thing that makes me wonder about where your head's at, or if you're doing it intentionally, I'm out, That way I don't get hurt. So it gave me a lot of trust issues. But at the same time, I'm very adaptable. I get over things quickly, and I wear my heart on my sleeve, which often is to my detriment. And I'm still a very happy-go-lucky type of person, like a kid, you know? So while I have those trust issues, you know, if I meet someone and I fall in love with them, it's not going to be that bad. You know, it's just right now I'm very in the stress of my lifestyle and trying to better myself in different ways when I've neglected things for so long. Um, like I really have to work on myself and continue to do that. And I have to continue to try to put the Lord above all. And so, and I mean, yeah, I'm healed. I'm healing from that relationship. And if, yes, I welcome another, but I don't know, it sucks these days with this hookup culture and how things are. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. But anyway. I'm a little too trusting. I'm freezing. I don't know what it is with the thermostat in here, but fuck. Oh no. Okay, that's clean. Well, no, that's not. My fucking thing is full here. That's clean. That's clean. That's clean. I got this from Mark. I'm not showing you the card, but I bought it back in August. And I got this for him at Art on the Green. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap either. And I can't even give it to him. But I'm going to give this to him before I leave. I have to. And I got to write in that card. But it's a little... maybe I might keep it if it's... I'll ask Mark one time. I'll ask him one time. I've only asked him once, but I'll ask him one more time if he wants to meet or have a coffee or just be friends for not even, you know, like whatever. And I can give him the stuff, but then again, I might just keep it as a good reminder of the past, the good, the bad, things I don't want to do in my next relationship, and think, you know, just stuff like that. Because, I don't know. There's my mom, my beautiful mother. Let's see. I don't even carry a purse anymore. Okay, it was blowing up. Cold, but now it turned into heat there. Let's look out the window, shall we? It's pretty cool. This room, I'm obsessed with the Eagles. In the daytime, you can see that feather right there. A lot better, but it's freezing. God, just standing near this window. My goodness. Beautiful though. But my mom's right, you know. It shocked me to hear my mother say it. I know you, Abby, and you're gonna end up running back up there to Coeur d'Alene. And she's right. I will. But I gotta go home for now. I need to be near my family. I need to see my mom. I need to see Kevin. I need to see Terry. I need to see my grandparents. I need to see my Uncle Tom. I need to see my cousin, his daughter, who is a dialysis tech. I need to see. I mean, isn't that crazy? We grew up playing together all the time. Who would have thought that the person I played with the most as a kid, that when we became adults, I would be an end-stage kidney failure patient at a very young age, and she would go on to be someone that saves our lives, you know, every day, a dialysis tech. That's just crazy to me, you know, when you think about stuff like that. Abby is a diamond in the rough, is what most men who lack taste would say. She is none of that right there. She's one in a million. Anderson missed his chance. What a fool. I won't be making the same mistake. Baby girl Abby, we are about to be living the days of our lives. I can't wait to pick you up from the Nashville airport. Well, Snobby Buddhist, I'm flattered. I really am. But I have to really get to know you. And if you're serious, then you need to look me up on Facebook and let me know who you are and talk to me. And, you know, and I'm not always that great at answering back. So, but I have a feeling you're trolling me. I don't know. Why the sudden affirmation for me? You've been in my chats many times, and we've always been cool, but you've never been this hard up, for lack of better verbiage. If we just didn't get such cold freaking winters here, man. And it's not like it's any different in North Carolina. It's the same. It's fucking freezing there. It's freezing and it's so freaking dangerous. And the place I'm going hasn't changed since before I was born. It looks the exact same. I was looking up pictures online that were taken of certain areas whenever I look to see how many miles it is from where I'll be staying to the rest home my mother's in. To walk that distance it doesn't seem like a lot, but when I looked at the route, it's pretty fucking far. And the danger and stuff that lurks there, the crime rate. And I was looking at the photographs people had taken as I was clicking on certain places I remember going to a million times. And these pictures were taken like since 2017. Many of them were recent. And it's the same. They haven't even remodeled the freaking Walmart in Hickory on what I call the strip. I mean, it looks the exact same. Like it's like stuck in time. And this place is. I love Coeur d'Alene, man. I love Coeur d'Alene, but it is becoming like Charlotte if it keeps at it. We're going to have another Charlotte. I mean, it's going to be nothing but tall, high-rise buildings, extreme inflation, and cost of rent being unsurmountable for a normal person. And then you're going to start getting crime because it's going to start attracting more ethnicities and people from all walks of life, and that will become accepted, and they'll eventually have to go with those very leftist views and kind of, and then the whole place is going to go to hell. It's growing too fast for its own good. And it's even, hell, it's not just freaking pushing out the working class of poor folk. It's pushing out middle class people. It's literally nothing but, it's going to be nothing but, it's going to turn into a college. It's already a college town. But now we're mainly seeing a lot of old, rich people. And that's what we're going to continue to see. This town is no longer going to be a college town in the future, in my opinion. It's going to be an elderly freaking retirement place and a tourist attraction at best. Because, no college kid is going to want to, well, they're not going to work in this state. They're not going to work in this. Well, fucking look at that mess. I haven't had this hotel room this messy since I've lived here. But I had been sick as a dog over this past weekend. I mean, I couldn't even get out of bed because I had such a bad, what felt like a flu. And I had so much fluid on. I mean, tons. I had over 10 pounds of fluid on my 5 foot, almost 4 frame, because I'm not quite 5'4". So I couldn't breathe. But we're not going to have another freaking 7th Street. Like, there's no excuse for that. And, 7th Street, yeah. I'm just tired, and my blood sugar is probably low from not eating, and it's just the worry and all that. I don't know. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer now. I don't know. Let's talk about something happy. I'm going to take that stuff back. Now that primer I'm going to keep. You can't reverse age and cold and wind and sun damage. The sound of the vent, heat coming out the vent, it's very, very calming to me. And what I started doing as of last night is I'll run the shower in there for a couple minutes on like the hottest setting, and it makes, and close the doors and the windows and stuff, and it makes it humid in here, which I really need because it's so dry. Oh my goodness. I had to leave a lot of my things at the shelter because I could only take what I could carry on my back. I didn't have money for a storage unit at the time, and I honestly didn't have enough stuff to even put in it. But I asked my case manager today. Well, she's not my case manager, but she's really cool. I like her. I asked one of the case manager, if it's been over 30 days, which it has, if I could still get my stuff, because now I have a place to put it. And she said, no, if it's been 30 days, it's been donated. But I hope she checks into that more because she was in a hurry. Because Because I lost everything. I lost everything at 7th Street. My whole everything. My husband's ashes. Really COD. I cry over COD all the time. I mean, those are the two main things. My high school diploma, I'll never get that back. Just my husband's high school diploma, my dead, Paul's, my dead husband's yearbooks, stuff like that. I'll never get none of that back. And I let you guys do this when I should have slammed the door in your face, or could have, and said, get a fucking proper eviction. But this person pretended it wasn't even my landlord. It was my downstairs neighbor, person who has no fucking rights to come in my home, pretend like she's gonna help me clean, and then literally like I was in such shock. And then literally like put everything in the back of a truck that I own and haul it to the dump. And I had just got home from dialysis and I had not a penny. I had no money. He told me, oh, we'll put you up in a hotel. Oh, no, we'll let you stay downstairs, blah, blah. When they never had any intent to. But at the same time, it's like a lesson I learned, like I was thankful to not have to clean all that up myself. It wasn't all my mess either. She said she would keep 2 or 3 bags of things, and I could come back and get it. I tried to email her, and I'm like, okay, how? Because she's like, okay, if we sell this stuff, because I was $2,000 behind in rent, but when I had the rent, they wouldn't come get it, like they had been doing. So it was very orchestrated. There was a plan there. That's not me being paranoid either. That's deliberate. That's obvious. And I didn't want to get a legal eviction. I didn't want that. But, I was looking at it, well, turn the other cheek type of thing. It's a shame because this makes the second time I've lost everything. So now I have a couple things here, and I don't even have a freaking suitcase now if they donated my stuff at the shelter. The suitcase I had that my mother gave me is gone. So how the fuck am I supposed to afford a suitcase if they can't get dialysis transport set up? And not to mention, I have to be able to get my license back, which is going to be a huge reinstatement fee. I'm going to have to figure out if I have to call a million places, see if I can even get insurance without a car, which I couldn't last time because I carry that SR22 on my license. So that I could have the potential to rent one while I'm there for at least a little bit and afford all my loans and afford a plane ticket. So yeah, if you guys can help me at all, I'd appreciate it. And it's paypal.me/IB487. Yeah, it's just, I'm not even gonna eat tomorrow again because I bought that stuff. And I'll probably take it back. I don't know. I don't like being alone sometimes. Sometimes, most of the time, I love it because it's peaceful. There's 10 of you in here. He wanted to play the Bachelorette game and he lost. No one knows this, but I'm feeling confident enough to share it with the world. Noodles send me anus pics. Huh? Snobby Buddhist, you're funny. This is not the Jack Daniels talking. Snitch ass YouTube is not allowing some comment from being deleted. What you gonna do, YouTube? You ain't gonna do shit. Oh, goodness. That's hilarious. We have 11 viewers now. And y'all are just lurking. Well, I suggest you watch this entire stream because you know I don't make them often. Nobody's coming to help. No daddy lives by himself. Just wants to know that you're well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kind of pills are you on? No, you don't have to worry about that, darling. Nobody's gonna come in here and fuck around with anybody or be able to block anybody. And a lot of people, trust me, I have people in this community watching this stream. I have law enforcement watching this stream, I'm quite sure of it. I have what I refer to as the Eagles, which is what, I mean, they watch. You know, they watch. They know I'm my real self on here. And believe me, I'm not going to sugarcoat who I am or pretend to be something I'm not to please or appease any damn body. But yeah, it's just, I don't know how I'm going to afford that, but God will provide. And I mean, I don't expect a suitcase and shit like that to drop out of the sky, but I don't understand. I'm going to try to go to some of these freaking temp agencies again. And I hope to God they'll give me a chance to work at least a freaking one day to see if I can do it and do dialysis. I mean, come on. Well, does anybody have anything to say before I leave? Because I have to go. I have to clean this room. I have to eat if I can. And I gotta sleep for dialysis because it's an all-day thing. I just don't get to do streams a lot anymore. And I wanted to come on because I love you guys and I care about y'all. And I appreciate you listening to me. I want to know if that primer, because I don't know if she gave me the right thing with the moisturizer, but I know, pretty sure she did with that primer. I wash my hands and try them there. In this world is just us. Oh God, I know it's not the same. Hold on a minute. Shit. Now. I don't have a single bite of food all day. What the hell's wrong with me? It's just and that Adore Me song, Adore You, the green fish, it reminds, it's literally like caught in me. And the just let me adore you sings, it reminds me of Mark. Damn it. I hate when I do that. See, this is what I mean. Like, I was just getting ready to freaking put this up like this, and then I saw the tag sticking out. So gotta make sure it's perfect. Now the tag is tucked in. Now again. In. It's just us. You know it's not the same. Oh, I got some new lotion from the health center too. Oh my goodness, I gotta show you something. The last time I was at Heritage, they put up, he put up a bunch of not toothpaste, but like toothbrushes and stuff, and nobody took any of them. I went over there to see if I could, take a few of them, even though I have toothbrushes, and I found this, which is I have a permanent retainer, so I can't just get in between those teeth very well. So with traditional floss, so this isn't what was actually in this is this, and it works wonders. And as soon as I showed, I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, this is like, have you ever seen a flosser like this? You can get under there and stuff. A lot better. Everybody flocked over to the toothbrushes and stuff and tried to find one of these, and I think there was maybe 2 in the whole batch, and I got one of them. But hey, I was the only one that fucking walked up. They would sit there for a couple hours while everybody just kept chit-chatting, and I was the first one to go up and look around at the little. They were free to take. He wanted us to take them. That's why he brought them in there. Anyway. Here's one of the ones I got today. And not all of these are lotions, but the best stuff I've ever had as far as an exfoliator, I got from Heritage Health, the Help Center, as one of those samples. And it's this stuff right here. It's called Desert Essence. Yeah, it's kind of rubbed off there, but it's amazing. I was hoping they would have Q-tips, but they didn't. And then there's this Neutrogena lotion, because what I've been using, it's from the hotel here. It's not meant for. Oh my goodness. I thought for sure, and I was telling myself, oh my goodness, I know I left my gloves in my dialysis bag. They're not that warm, but I remembered to take them today. I was just in such a freaking hurry. All of it? Yeah. White sesame. Softening conditioner, rejuvenate. Water. See if there's any parabens in it. Methylparaben. There it is. Made in Malaysia. Does it even have a smell? No. And this is a mint and aloe body wash. Uplifting formula infused with soothing aloe. Cascadia. So pretty. Blended from high-quality, sustainable ingredients and enriched with natural and organic extracts, water, sodium sulfate, curcumin, MEA. Methylchlorothiazide. It's such small ass print. Methylchlorothiazide. This is. I can't even read this. Mint and aloe body wash. Oh, that just came out on its own. Not even applying pressure. Ah. Mint and aloe my ass. It doesn't smell like anything. But I'm thankful for it. God, my face, my poor makeup, my poor face. Okay. Why did my screen get so dark? Let me guess. The battery's getting dead. I wanted to test out my, make sure they gave me the right thing over there, but. Oh man, I need a fistulagram too before I leave. Wash this off my hands. Actually, I was going to rub in that lotion, but I want to be able to make sure they gave me the right stuff at the Ulta beauty place that they showed me. I just discovered this small little drawer. That's food, but it's none of that's perishable. Like yesterday. Even my eyeliner's starting to. There we go. See, my mug is probably turn the flowers black. Oh my goodness. What's metrosexual mean? Real recognize real. That's why law enforcement loves them so, Abby. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and those who can't comprehend ain't worth our time. Facts. Now that's an interesting comment. That is such a giveaway, buddy. Metrosexual. How is it that I know what that is, but I can't articulate a definition? So isn't a metrosexual man like somebody that dresses really girly, but they're not gay? I don't know. What does that mean? Metrosexual. And fuck yeah, I'm a Badger Bunny all the way. That fridge. Now that I actually have one. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to take this makeup off for sure. I have to obviously brush my teeth. I have to pick up the trash and the drinks. And then I have to, well, first, before I do that, I gotta try to eat, which is going to be difficult because I don't have an appetite due to stress. I gotta put at least one bite of food in my mouth today. And then set a million alarms so that I don't sleep through all of them. And more than likely, pass out and get up and relive Groundhog Day, aka dialysis, all over again. And I technically should be on the 10:40 bus. It'll get me there at 11:30, and then I can be there. Then I'm in the chair and running at my on time, which is 12:30, and I run till 4:30. Then I gotta fucking get on the bus to get here, and then I gotta take the A bus because of the freezing cold. And those are the last two buses of the day. And sometimes I go at 11:30, and I get there at 12:30. I get put on late, and most of the time that's what I do. And it's an all-day event. I mean, I'm thankful, but it's just like, oh man, and it's not like I can call out sick. It's not work. It's something I have to freaking do to live, and I have so that persists. And I mean, so getting up, getting ready, getting there. I mean, okay, 2 shots of lidocaine, which feels like a million hornets stinging me at the same time. And then I get 2 15-gauge needles put in the same scar over and over and over for 4 years now. And they stay there as blood is pumped out of my body at a high rate of speed, cleaned and returned back into my body at a high rate of speed in that small amount of time. And no, that's not even mentioning going from a grape to down to a fucking raisin with the fluid extraction. And then it's such a weird feeling whenever they rinse my blood back. It's like someone pouring a pitcher of water over my heart is what it feels like. But I've had a feeling for a while now. Hell, I just had a fistulogram. I dread doing that. But I've known for a little while now that my fistula needed another one, and I'd be damned if I didn't get confirmation of that yesterday. So anyway, let's check this because, yeah, like I say, this stuff right here that I bought when I was at the shelter, it's trash. Trash. And, okay. What's this one though? The lotion, okay. Vitamin rich face wash. No, this is what I want to make sure she gave me. That's correct. cute packaging there. My God, look how small that is. I mean, my hands are tiny as it is, but goodness gracious. I thought the one she put on my hand was a freaking tester bottle. How much was this? I don't have the money for this. Why did they say this? BB Prime Time. Okay, that's it. Because the other one says BB Mint Vitamin Enriched. Okay. $26. This was $26. And it doesn't even tell me the milliliters or ounces. Maybe it will on the bottle. Maybe it will on the box. 30 milliliters is 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Original foundation, something. God, such small print. Which isn't a problem. It's a problem, but not as bad as when the light's on. Hold on a minute. Apply a thin, even layer all over face and allow to dry. Follow with Bare Minerals foundation. I don't even use foundation. If I use drugstore. This is not what she put on my hands. Damn it. No, wait. It is. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh man. That's like freaking, you wouldn't believe. You can't tell anything's on it. It's, look at this. You would not believe. This feels like I have baby powder on my skin. This is the best feeling stuff in the world. Oh my goodness. Because it comes out clear. Like that. And then I'm just going to rub it in here. Look at that. Don't even have to take. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even tell it's on there. It doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't have any oil. There's no shine. There's no stickiness. There's nothing. It feels like it was instant. Like it dried instantly. That is just absolutely some type of godlike elixir. Yeah, I'm not taking that back. No. I asked specifically for a fucking facial lotion. And what she put on my hand? She said it was a facial lotion, but this says on body. Oh, like nails on chalkboard. Oh my goodness, look how small that is. But it was a good lotion though. I don't like being able to feel the lotion at all. So let's put some of that on my hand and see how that pans out. I like the packaging. This was how much? $24 before tax. Oh man. Yeah, that is good. That is the right stuff too. She put on my hands. Oh, and it just absorbs so nicely. It's a lotion, but I've had better. One better one. And it came from somebody in my dialysis group, and it was like a Mary Kay one. I do see shine with this, a lot of shine, but it doesn't feel very oily. It smells good, but no, I'm going to take that back because no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. Well, sorry to be such a boring person tonight toward the end of this stream here. You guys have a good night, and I am okay, Snobby Buddhist, you're adorable. You're adorable. All right, for my 8 viewers, I care about you guys. Pray for me, and yeah, Abster over and out.